Imagine waking up one Monday morning and everything has changed. Where the old, abandoned mall on the edge of town used to be, there's now a school, a solid, three-story brick building named Willow Ridge Middle School. The sign flickers and the walls seem to sweat even though it hasn't rained. It looks old, like it's been there forever, but you absolutely know, it wasn't there yesterday. This is the story of a school that appeared from nowhere and the students trapped inside. A school that moves, a school that breathes, a school that feeds. It starts like any other school day, if you can call it that. Your parents, acting strangely robotic, insist you have to go. Once you step inside Willow Ridge, the air hits you. It's heavy, thick, and just wrong. The hallways stretch on, lined with lockers that hum with a low, rhythmic pulse, almost like they're breathing. The teachers are all there, smiling these wide, unnatural smiles. They welcome you by name, follow a perfect script of first day normalcy, but their eyes are empty, like they're just playing a part. You find your locker, you go to your first class, everything feels like a weird, unsettling dream you can't wake up from. By third period, things get stranger. You glance out the window, and the view is wrong. It's not your town anymore. It's a foggy, unfamiliar parking lot that seems to stretch into nothingness. And not a dread tightens in your stomach. You try the classroom door, but it just opens back into the same hallway. You run to the main entrance, pushing on the heavy doors, but they don't budge. They won't open to the outside. Instead, they swing open into another hallway, identical to the one you just left. The staircases become impossible loops, leading you right back to where you started. Panic begins to set in. You and everyone else are trapped. Then comes the next Monday. The school jolts, a deep groan echoing through the building. When the shaking stops, the view outside the window has changed again. The foggy parking lot is gone. Now, you're perched on the edge of a windswept cliff with a churning, gray ocean below. The week after that, a vast, scorching desert, the sun beating down on endless sand. Then, a skeletal, ruined city where twisted metal scrapes against the sky. Every single Monday, without fail, Willow Ridge Middle School moves, taking its student body with it to a new, terrifying location. It's a prison that changes its scenery, but never the bars. Among the students, a small group starts to piece things together. There's Mara, the natural leader, who refuses to give in to despair. Jonah, who notices the details everyone else misses. Luis, who keeps everyone's spirits up with jokes, even when he's terrified. Priya, the quiet observer who sees the patterns in the school's madness. And Ben, the skeptic who tries to find a logical explanation for the impossible. They realize the school isn't just a building. It's alive, and it's hungry. They notice how the school reacts to their emotions. When a wave of panic sweeps through the cafeteria, the lights flicker violently and the walls seem to press inward. When a student breaks down crying in the hallway, the lockers hum louder and the air grows colder. The school, they discover, feeds on their fear. It thrives on their dread, their anxiety, their hopelessness. The more scared they are, the stronger and more real the school becomes. The moving landscapes, the shifting hallways, the looping stairs, it's all designed to keep them terrified, to provide a constant source of fuel. So, what's the way out? It's not about finding a hidden key or a secret exit. The answer is something the school itself tells them in its own twisted way. Graduation. That's the only escape. But it's not a normal graduation. To graduate from Willow Ridge, you have to do one impossible thing. You have to accept that your old life, your home, your family, it's all gone. You have to let go of the hope of going back. This is the school's cruelest trick. To escape, you have to give up the very thing you're fighting for. For most, this realization is crushing. It's a new source of despair for the school to feed on. But for Mara and her friends, it's a clue. If the school feeds on fear, what happens if they starve it? What if they choose calm over panic? What if, instead of screaming, they start laughing? It's a radical idea, a rebellion of the mind. They start small. When a hallway twists into a grotesque shape, Luis tells a terrible pun, and a few kids chuckle. When the lights go out, Priya starts telling a story from her childhood. Mara organizes study groups in the library, focusing on the here and now, not the terrifying outside. Ben starts a newspaper, documenting their new reality with defiant humor. They choose to live, not just survive. They create a community within the prison walls. They share stories of their old lives, not with longing, but with fondness, like memories of a beautiful dream. They find joy in small moments, a shared lunch, a game of cards, a perfectly solved math problem. They are actively, consciously starving the school of its fuel, and the school does not like it one bit. The building fights back. It unleashes its most terrifying arsenal. Hallways melt like wax. Teachers' faces distort into monstrous masks mid-sentence. Shadowy figures skulk at the edge of their vision. The school throws every nightmare it can conjure at them, desperate to provoke the fear it needs to survive. But the students, led by Mara's unwavering resolve, hold fast. They cling to each other, to their shared stories and inside jokes. Their laughter becomes a weapon. Their calm becomes a shield. The school groans and shudders, weakened and starved. Finally, the day arrives. It feels different. The air is still. The humming from the lockers has stopped. A single door at the end of the main hall glows with a soft, warm light. Graduation day. One by one, the students who have truly let go, who have accepted their new reality, walk towards it. It's not a surrender. It's a victory. They starved the beast. Mara is one of the last to go. As she stands at the threshold, looking into the brilliant light, she understands the final lesson of Willow Ridge Middle School. It was never just about accepting that home was gone. It was about choice. The choice to find light in the darkness. The choice to build a new home when the old one is lost. The choice to face the impossible not with fear, but with courage and with each other. She takes a deep breath and steps through the door. Behind her, the school collapses. It doesn't explode or crumble into rubble. It folds in on itself, shrinking like a forgotten memory, until it's nothing but a shimmer in the air, and then gone. The students wake up, not back in their old beds, but in new places, scattered across the world. They are forever changed, marked by their time in the impossible school, but they carry with them the knowledge that sometimes the only way to find your way forward is to accept that you can never go back, and that's a power no prison can ever contain. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the strange and mysterious, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that explore the boundaries of reality. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.